mountains of Nepal to bring you something called a Durban Canna and bring to you live bulbs that are truly one of the most beautiful and satisfying plants in which to grow. Now, even though they grow at super high altitudes in Nepal, they are considered a tropical annual. But you can still enjoy them for years to come, because an annual doesn't mean it just has to be there for 1 year. We'll get into that. What this is usually known for canna, is the leaves. But most of them are just green. When you see these, it looks like they've been hand painted by God. And then the flowers join you as well. This is one of my favorites because it's just so different. Growing up in Indiana,
yes.
I never saw anything like this, Steph or Devin.
No way, Dan. You know, if you were to go to my home garden in California right now, when I say I'm a canna lover, well, my home garden would definitely agree with me. I have 25 cannas growing
Uh-huh.
because I absolutely adore them. They are such luscious, gorgeous plants. And like you were saying, most cannas, though, you know, they're pretty, but they have just green foliage. What's so unique about the Durban canna is this beautiful variegation on these leaves. It's sort of like a maroon base, and then you have green and yellow and oranges all going through. It is just like Mother Nature took a paintbrush to each and every single leaf. And furthermore, with that gorgeous foliage, then you will get
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful, sort of like mango orange flowers that are nice and tall, and they just stand sturdy all summer long. And then, like you said, you know, if you live somewhere where it does get cold, all you have to do is bring your plants into the garage over the winter, and then you can put them back out next year, and you'll just continue to have your cannas year in and year out.
Yeah, I highly recommend. Again, now if you live in a really warm climate, don't worry about it. Put them in the ground. But
Right.
here in Pennsylvania, we had 36 inches of snow in Pennsylvania this winter. I don't remember us ever having 3 feet of snow in one
I
winter.
know.
But if you put them in pots, even though we're in the annual, I would actually bring them, you know, in through the French doors and let
There
them
you
spend
go.
their winter inside, and then I'll take them right back out. This plant has personality. Like so
Oh,
many
yeah.
people that I know, listen, the leaves by themselves make it a stunner. But then when those flowers pop up, it's kind of like, are you showing off a little
Like
more
the
than you
cherry on
should?
top.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly, Dan. And what I love about the canna, and maybe you can relate to this because you do have a nice big farm, these are sort of a problem solver also in the garden. They absolutely love water. So when people tell me, like, oh,
Yep.
you know, I have this really kind of boggy area in my yard, all the water from the downspout comes here, but nothing's going to grow. You know what I tell them? You know, pick up some cannas, plant these there because they will thrive with that water, and they will just succeed so well in the garden. And they will start growing for you. I'm not kidding, they are rapid growers. Once you plant, you're going to get 3 of these gorgeous what it's called a rhizome. You're going to get
Hmm.
3 of them in just 4 to 6 weeks. Dan, you will start to see baby leaves coming out from above the soil, and then in about 8 weeks you will have fully grown plants with flowers and those absolutely gorgeous variegated
And
leaves.
hold up, if you would, Steph, hold up the size
Mhm.
of that leaf again,
Yeah. Mhm.
because they are not shy. That
No.
that's impressive.
And this is actually a baby
That's a
leaf. I
baby.
didn't want
Yep.
to cut one of the mama leaves, but the leaves can grow, you know, up to like 20 inches long. They are absolutely stunning, and they just continue and continue to produce them as the plants grow and mature.
Keeping in mind, they came all the way from Nepal, from the high evolutions of the mountains of Nepal. And yet they grow so well in
Mhm.
pots on our
They
back
do.
deck here in Pennsylvania, or down in Texas, or even up in Wisconsin. If this winter has been brutal for you, then add tropical to your
Totally.
plants. And what it does is it doesn't just visually change your landscaping, or your patio. It changes the emotion of that space, and it's so
Yes.
welcoming. Did you do any
Mhm.
type of vacationing at all last year, either one of you?
No, honestly, I worked in my garden and then I
Yeah,
reaped the benefits. I threw out a towel and I laid amongst my cannas all summer long.
yeah.
And that's what you can do now. Create that tropical oasis. Our Uncle Eric, he has a pool in his backyard in Indiana. He grows his cannas in containers and he dots them all around the pool. So when he's, you know, laying on that floaty, maybe with a Corona,
Yep.
he can just feel like he's been transported to some tropical island, because that's really what these cannas do for your yard.
I love it.
Hmm.
Absolutely love it. You two stick with me. We still have a few more minutes. We've got some great things to bring, including one of my all-time favorites, and that'll be coming up in just a little bit. All right. I am a big fan of hydrangea for one reason